You're 8 years old and you're crying because you fell off your bike. Your mom says, "You're fine, stop being dramatic." You're 14 and you're excited about getting into the school play. Your dad barely looks up from his phone. That's nice. You're 22 and you can't figure out why you feel nothing when good things happen and everything when bad things do. That's not random. That's what growing up with emotionally unavailable parents does to your brain. If your parents were physically present but emotionally absent, this is for you. Because what I'm about to explain might finally make sense of why you read people like a book, but struggle to let them read you. Psychologists have a term for what happens when a child's emotional needs go consistently unmet. It's called childhood emotional neglect. And the thing that messes people up isn't what happened. It's what didn't happen. Your parents might have fed you, clothed you, sent you to school. But if they didn't see your feelings, validate your emotions, or respond to your inner world, your brain learned something critical. Emotions are dangerous. Needs are burdens. And showing vulnerability is weakness. Here's what nobody tells you. You didn't fail to get their attention. They failed to be emotionally present. And your brain, brilliant as it was, developed a survival adaptation. You became a human emotions detector. You learned to read every micro expression, every shift in tone, every change in body language. Because when the people who are supposed to care for you are unpredictable or emotionally shut down, your survival depends on reading the room before you enter it. Dr. Jonas Webb, who literally wrote the book on childhood emotional neglect, found that children who grow up emotionally unseen develop what she calls heightened emotional intelligence for others and complete blindness for themselves. You can tell when your boss is in a bad mood from the way they say good morning. You know your friend is upset before they do. You're the one people come to when they need to be understood. But when someone asks you, "What do you need?" your brain short circuits because you were never taught that your needs mattered. You were taught to be the easy kid, the one who doesn't ask for too much, the one who figures it out alone. That wasn't a flaw in you. That was your brain protecting you in an environment where emotional expression wasn't safe. Let's talk about how this shows up in your life today. Because childhood emotional neglect doesn't just stay in childhood. Research from the Journal of Child Psychology found that adults who experienced emotional neglect show significantly higher rates of alexithymia, the inability to identify and describe your own emotions, not because you're broken, but because you were never taught the language of feelings. And here's how this plays out in your everyday life. Monday morning, your boss emails, "Can we talk after the meeting?" Your stomach drops, not because you did something wrong, because your 8-year-old brain learned that "we need to talk" meant you were too much, too needy, or about to be dismissed. Wednesday night, your partner asks, "What's wrong?" You say nothing, even though everything is wrong, because showing emotion feels like handing someone a weapon. Your parents taught you that vulnerability gets ignored or minimized. So you learn to be fine, always fine. Friday afternoon, a friend cancels plans, your brain, "See, you asked for too much, you're a burden. This is why you should never need anyone." That's not paranoia, that's childhood training. But here's what makes this particularly complicated. You're incredibly good at being there for others. You're the friend who always shows up, the partner who anticipates needs, the coworker everyone relies on. Psychologists call this compulsive caretaking. You give others what you never received. And it feels like generosity, but it's actually self-protection. If you're indispensable, people won't leave. If you never need anything, you can't be disappointed. The brutal part? You developed an extraordinary skill: reading people, understanding unspoken emotions, sensing what others need before they ask. That's not nothing. That's emotional intelligence most people spend years in therapy trying to learn. But the adaptation that saved you as a child doesn't serve you as an adult. You can read everyone's emotions except your own. You can meet everyone's needs except your own. So what does healing look like? You can't rewrite your childhood, but you can recognize the pattern. First, emotions aren't dangerous anymore. That 8-year-old who learned to shut down was protecting you, but you're not 8 anymore. Emotions won't get you dismissed. Second, your needs aren't burdens. I need reassurance isn't weakness. I need space isn't rejection. Those are just needs. Everyone has them. Third, that voice saying, don't ask, don't need, don't feel. That's your parents' voice, not yours. You can thank it for keeping you safe and then let it go. And here's what nobody tells you. The skill you developed, reading people, understanding emotions, that's real. That's valuable. You just have to turn some of that attention inward. Start asking, what do I feel? What do I need? Your brain will resist. That's the old programming. New programming takes time. If your parents were emotionally unavailable, if you learned to be the easy kid, you're not broken. You adapted. And recognizing this now means you're already halfway to building something different. You've spent your whole life reading other people. Now you get to learn to read yourself. If this hit home, hit subscribe. And if you experience this, drop a comment. What's been hardest? Not expressing your needs or feeling guilty when you do. You're not alone.